Okay, so this begins a new series of kits, which is LED projects. Kind of neat. So starting with the 4-channel back and forth light. This back and forth light chaser will operate 4 channels with up to 300 watts of lights per channel and 110 AC. And I guess this is for other countries that use twice the voltage load, so maybe Asia. It includes 4 LEDs indicating the state of each channel. Love to know the IC. I did look it up on CanaKit. It doesn't really explain the parts. I'd love to know a little bit more about this if I could, because down below it says danger, high voltage. So although this looks like a toy, it maybe really isn't, because it's dealing with high voltage, so maybe it has some application that I currently cannot understand. And interesting, you can get it assembled as well. This one's called 5-in-1 Emergency Light Flasher. Kit functions include flashlight, emergency flasher, SOS Morse code flasher, SOS message wand, and lighting distance meter. Features a microprocessor technology with an attractive enclosure with a belt clip, low power consumption. Applications: camping, biking, hiking, boating, in the car, etc. This is a Velaman kit. The IC that's mentioned is the PIC 16C50520, which is again one of these programmable ICs. Advertisement LED display with 12 volt and 120 volt power adapters. Stores up to 5 messages with a maximum of 250 characters each. Easy to program using included remote control. Just aim at the display as you would a TV remote control to a TV. Variable scrolling speed allows for optimal visibility. Includes 120 volt AC power converter module and a 12 volt adapter for use inside vehicles. That's pretty neat. You can have that flashing in the back of your car. This device can only be used from within the vehicle, but it is plenty bright enough to be easily seen even in daylight. It has a nice bright clear display. It is expensive, but I could actually see this kit being useful, especially if you had a storefront. Here's a Velaman animated badge program. It's neat that they actually cut this out from the larger picture. You'll see why in a second. Animated badge program via RS-232, which is the old style of USB. I don't think I'm going to read all this. Here it is on the Velaman site. Create your own graphic animations on a badge. Okay, so the RS-232 connector is actually this microphone type jack. Next is an animated LED smiley. Features choice of expressions to suit every mood. Choose between static or animated expressions. Great as desktop mood indicator or attention grabber. Complete with enclosure. It's $26.95. Okay, I looked this up, and it uses one of these 16 F630 ICs, and I guess that's a microcontroller IC, so it's been programmed. Atom Expander Light Effects Giant Visual Effect uses 98 bright red LEDs to provide an exploding atom electronic display. Biohazard Sign Blinder LED Flasher. This one flashes to the beat of music. Circuit features a miniature electret microphone and a high-gain 3-transistor circuit, so no connections to your stereo are needed. Simply place the kit in the general vicinity of your speakers, adjust the gain control, and you are ready for bright star flashes of light. This one does the same type of thing, and it keeps the beat to the music with an Electret microphone. This one for $20 uses a crystal microphone. Crystals, which demonstrate the piezoelectric effect, produce voltages when they are deformed. The crystal microphone uses a thin strip of piezoelectric material attached to a diaphragm. The two sides of the crystal acquire opposite charges when the crystal is deflected by the diaphragm. Electronic fireworks. Fascination Star Kit. This one's based on a 555 integrated circuit. Flasher alternating. This looks like a simple kit other than it uses SMD LEDs. Surface mount.
So right now it's in constant flashing mode. If we flick this switch here, it will make it so it only turns on when it goes dark. So if I cover the LDR with my hand, there you go, you can see it comes on, and if we allow light to hit it, it turns off. Cover the sensor again, or the LDR, and it turns on. And the sensitivity of the light sensor is adjustable using this pot here. So if we turn it down, you can see it stops flashing, and if I cover the sensor, it starts flashing. So there you go, that's the kit. It's quite a boring kit, to be honest. It doesn't really do much, and it's a little bit overpriced in my opinion. It flashes kind of bright, but yeah, not amazingly bright. Even when I ran it on 9 volts, it wasn't like sensationally bright. It was just okay. But I thought I'd just share this in case you're looking at this on Amazon or eBay. So if you enjoyed this,
Yeah, so that was the flashing LED dual super bright red LEDs. And yeah, it's not really that interesting, and there's no interesting ICs. Okay, that's this one, the flashing LED kit. That's the flashing triangle. Yep, well, interesting that it's using transistors and capacitors. This one looks like it's using a 555 timer. Next, I'm looking at the high-powered LED driver. It's also on the Velamin website. It has one of these Power MOSFET T1s, or IRF 9520. Here's a data sheet. I'll just read the beginning. The advanced Power MOSFET is designed, tested, and guaranteed to withstand a specified level of energy in the breakdown avalanche mode of operation. These are P-channel enhancement mode silicon gate power field effect transistors designed for applications such as switching regulators, switching converters, motor drivers, relay drivers, and drivers for high-power bipolar switching transistors requiring high-speed and low-grade drive power. These types can be operated directly from integrated circuits.
Take a look at the stills on the site. So this is how bright this thing is. I mean, this thing is super. Whoa, god dang, man, that thing is like blindingly bright. I mean, look at that.
I guess it doesn't necessarily flash a light. It just makes it really, really bright. Here's an LED blinky. Oops, I left it recording. PIC 16C505. I think that's one of those programmable ICs. This is kind of the same thing. LCD mini message board with light, with backlight and box, miniature message board with 16 characters, 1 line, backlit, LCD display, 124 character, EEPROM message memory, message scrolls with adjustable speed, built-in message editor, built-in RS-232 interface for easy message uploading and display, free interfacing software available from Bellman. It doesn't really say which IC is being used, but I guess it's probably one of those programmable ones. I haven't even explained this one yet, but it's one of those 4017, I think that's a decade counter chip. Just another version of a LED chaser, which is 5 channels. If I had to guess, it's probably a flip-flop circuit with a variable capacitor, I think. Unless it's a potentiometer, and maybe every time it sends a signal out, it advances to the next pin. Okay, this is just another chaser, $10.95, not a bad price. It's a Velleman kit, and I looked up the instruction manual, and it looks like it uses one of these programmed ICs. Next, the LED chevron arrow. And again, checking the data sheet, it's using one of these programmable ICs. The next one is the LED Cube 3D Watt, 27 LEDs, USB powered in red. Okay, so I forget where I was explaining this, but yeah, look this up on the Velleman site, and there's assembly instructions of the LEDs. That wasn't interesting. Assembly instructions, I've yet to look at this, but also I might have been ignoring on some of these Velleman kits the driver installation. This isn't terribly interesting, but it does show how to install the driver on Windows, and there might be some other important things, for instance like updating the software, and who knows what the driver software is like to use and play with. That might be fun to look up separately. And again, it uses one of these programmable ICs. Interesting, it's calling this IC a 20P. I don't know if that's like 20 pins. Seems like a lot. LED flasher tri-state. Pretty cheap kit. I don't know what the IC is. It is, excuse me. This one uses a 555 timer. LED running lights. Again, for $50, I don't know why you'd want to spend $50 on a light chasing kit. So I'm wondering what it actually does. It's a lot of, I don't know if these are MOSFET transistors. And it says danger, high voltage. Light chaser 8-channel 20 program assembled. A professional multifunction 8-channel light controller offering 20 built-in programs including various running light patterns as well as many different light effects. I suppose maybe you could use this for stage lighting, and this would just be your indicator in front of you, and maybe you could send these signals out to actual lights. The controller also offers an automatic program in which all 20 light effects follow each other repeatedly. The circuit incorporates a speed adjustment control as well as a push button switch which allows reversing the running direction of the current light effects. It has many applications such as traditional running lights, Christmas lights, traffic safety arrow, light boards. This AC version also incorporates 8 optocouplers for complete isolation of the controller circuit from the AC main for added safety. A DC powered version is also available. This looks almost like the same thing. Again, I'm not sure what the differences between these are. Light chaser kit provision to connect 48 LEDs. This makes a real attention-getting display. Magic message, maze your friends, wave the wand to make the message appear. Maybe it flashes it on the wall, like a flashlight. The message seems to be floating in the air. Well, that might be fun. Lots of built-in messages, and enter your own 7-character message. Just as a note, I tried looking this up on YouTube and it doesn't come up very easily, so I don't know if this is something they don't want you playing with.
Of 2 AAA batteries, has 3 push buttons, an on and off switch, an IC chip and socket, tilt sensor, resistor network, 8 resistors, 7 LEDs, and a miniature green LED. These 7 red LEDs,
Okay, so I'm thinking it doesn't actually flash a display on the wall or anything. I think it just displays a binary version of letters on the wand. Although, I don't know, maybe it does display something. And once again, it seems to be using one of these PIC 16C50520 programmable ICs.
a 6-character word I could add in, an exclamation mark or some type of symbol, or I could just add in two spaces.
So I guess somehow when you shake the wand, it shows the message.
This message says, dude, I added 2
You gotta shake it back and forth. Seems like a lot of work. Mini LED blinker. A mini blinky. No entry sign, flashlight, or flashing light. No smoking. A perpetual blinker, 7 speed. I guess it's got one of these switches where you can adjust. Red arrow light effects. A red blinky. RGB LED ball. Assemble the MK197 to make a unique LED ball that flashes bright colors in the dark. Use your imagination and customize it to suit any holiday decorations for Christmas to Halloween. Automatically sequences RGB fade and flash effects. Turns on automatically when it's dark. Transparent acrylic ball included. It's a Velleman kit. Here's a video. I have it on twice the speed, so it's a little bit fast. Transistor, and it's got one of these things. Rolling message display. Create your own moving message. 35 LED graphic display. Maximum 16 characters. Adjustable scrolling speed. Press set to change a particular character. Press the up-down key to select a character. And then with this sign, okay, display the standby function. Press standby and run to restart. Here it is in action. If you catch any of these letters. And once again, it uses one of these programmable ICs, the PIC 16C58. This kit combines CMOS IC circuitry and 10 jumbo red LEDs. Star Flasher SMD IC. Our most advanced SMD kit uses a tiny 555 SMD IC to flash 5 tiny SMD LEDs. The LEDs with a bright yellow-green color because the kit uses a tiny SMD IC, SMD resistors, a tiny SMD capacitor, and SMD LEDs provides the best introduction to SMD technology. We do not recommend this kit for a beginner. Here's the next kit. It's a stroboscope. It doesn't look that interesting. No ICs. Ooh. Super LED chaser. Super LED chaser bright red. Super LED flasher features 2 different ICs, which I don't know what they are. Here's the traffic light, miniature traffic light, as used on 4-way junctions. Realistic operation with adjustable delay. 12 LEDs, great for model railroads, exhibitions, and as a toy. It seems to contain just one IC, which is the 4017, which I guess is the decade counter. Looked like it had a lot of diodes. I almost didn't want to say it, but actually this looks like a good learning kit, especially to learn how this is all functioning. And I guess there's a traffic light, which is a really big one, a giant. Unique attention getting traffic lights, uses 3 bright colorful giant lights.